Are you struggling to get views on your YouTube videos even though you feel like you're putting out really great content? There are many reasons this could be happening, but one reason is you might have a bad thumbnail. In this video, I'm going to show you 3 thumbnail mistakes that you might be making, how you can fix them, and how you can design a custom thumbnail in Canva to help your videos get more clicks. Before we get started, hit subscribe and the bell so you'll be notified when we post more helpful videos, and give us a thumbs up if you find some value out of this video. I know when I search for things on YouTube, and let me know in the comments if you can relate, the videos that stand out to me most are the ones that have text on the thumbnail. So that's mistake number 1, not having text on your thumbnail. The title of your video is what helps you get found in search results, but it's pretty small text, so having a few words in a larger size on your thumbnail makes it easier to quickly see if that video is something that you're interested in. So that's why you want to include text on your thumbnail. Oftentimes when I come across somebody on YouTube that I find really helpful, I don't always remember their name, but what I do remember is their face. So mistake number 2 is not having a photo on your thumbnail. Not only does this make it easier for people to recognize that it's your video, but it also builds a stronger connection. You see that there's a real human on the other end of the screen. For the photo that you put on your thumbnail, you don't just want to take a clip from your video, you actually want to take a photo that you can use instead. That way you can use an expression that's appropriate for what the video is, instead of just catching yourself in the middle of talking. You also want the photo to clearly show your face because the thumbnails are so small in the search results. So you want it to be about from the shoulders up so your face can be really large in the thumbnail. And because the thumbnail is so small in the search results, you want to make sure the design is very simple. Mistake number 3 is having a cluttered thumbnail. I think that oftentimes when people don't know how to do graphic design, they add a bunch of little things to make their design seem better. So things like different graphics or clip art, but this is exactly what you want to avoid in your design, especially if it's something as important as your YouTube thumbnail. So the text that you put onto your thumbnail should be 4 words or less. Whatever the main takeaway from your video is, you want to sum it up into 4 words or less and make those words very big on your thumbnail. You also want to make sure it's legible, otherwise the words are just pointless. So use a nice clean font like a serif or a sans serif, and you don't want to use any kind of script or display font that look cool but just aren't very easy to read. And then of course you want your photo, which should be pretty big as well. And then if you're talking about Instagram or Facebook, it might make sense to add those logos on your thumbnail because it would make people automatically know what you're talking about in that video. But you don't want to add any kind of graphics that are not necessary. By keeping your thumbnail simple, it's easier to see and understand at a small size as it shows up in the YouTube search results. Now let's head over to Canva and I'll show you how to design your thumbnail. If you haven't used Canva before, I'll include a link to a video showing you how to use it, and we'll also have a link for you to sign up for Canva as well in the description. And what you do is just come over here, type in YouTube, and it'll pull up the options, and we want the thumbnail. Now you can just scroll through these options, find a template that you like, and you'll see some of them, like this one, is making some of those mistakes. This text right here is too small. It's not even going to be legible in the search results. This is also a small photo. That's really going to be hard to see too. I'm going to just select this one because it's very simple. I'm just going to make this match my brand. We use the font Ovo. Gonna make it lowercase, a few too many words. I'm gonna call this YouTube thumbnail help. I'm gonna get rid of this photo in the background, so just selecting it and deleting. Then I'm gonna go to my uploads and find, I'll just use this photo. Obviously, you want to use a photo of yourself. And what I'm going to do here is use the background remover to remove the background. If you're doing videos like how I do, I always just have this white background behind me. It's really boring. So in order to make things kind of stand out a bit more, I'm going to add in a colored background to this. And like I said, you want your face to be pretty big. I'm actually gonna flip this guy around. I wanna crop this part out. Because I flipped it, it's not allowing me to crop anymore, but I just have to flip it back, crop it, and then I can flip them again. You can just click on the background here and make it a color. Now we can see the text again. And because I'm talking about YouTube, it might help to put the YouTube logo there. So I'll just go to the elements, type in YouTube, and I'm just gonna use this. This is kind of boring. Something we do a lot is we add kind of these little shapes all over. So that's something, you know, you can do something like that. And these elements really aren't that distracting. They're more just, you know, giving it kind of some more character. But if I were to put like a bunch of little things like this all over, that's where you are getting too kind of cluttered, all these things all over. So really just keep it pretty simple. And I don't know if they'll let you change the color of this. It really doesn't match our color scheme, so I would probably change that to a brand color, do something like that. Now what you want to do is zoom out to see how legible it will be at a small size. So you can do that by just clicking here, going to 10%, or you can just use Command plus and minus to zoom in and out. But that's still very legible. We can still see the face, so that is a good thumbnail. So what you'll do next is download it. So just hit download. Then you can go over to YouTube and go to your YouTube studio, select the video you want the thumbnail on, or you can of course do this as you're uploading as well. But right here is where you can add a thumbnail. I already have mine set here, so you just click those buttons and click change. And then right here is my new thumbnail, and there you go. You just hit save and then it'll be set to your video. So I hope these tips help you get more clicks on your videos. And if you want to learn more about using Canva, be sure to check out the next video, and don't forget about the links in our description for you to get started. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments, and if you haven't yet, be sure to subscribe and hit the bell so you don't miss our new videos, and give us a thumbs up if you found this video helpful. Thanks for watching, and I hope to talk to you again soon.